we have Yahoo Sports Read and React, brought to you by Yahoo Sports. Trending. Florida man, Tom Brady, keeps practicing with teammates despite COVID-19 spike. Good for him. That's good. Good for him. I actually am sort of looking forward to watching the Bucks this year. Australia/New Zealand to host 2023 Women's World Cup. Okie dokie. That's going to be hot. Not like that. Kentucky Derby will run with fans in attendance. Horses not expected to be masked. Okay. I hope that wasn't actually on the table. One more time. Phil Mickelson added to U.S. Open field. The lead. It's not getting better. Brendan Todd and caddy Nick Jones at the first round of the Travelers Championship. By Jay Busby. A reminder, we're only publishing twice a week for a bit, waiting for all our favorite sports to come back. Yes, I know. I've noticed. Good morning, friends. I want to start today's email with an apology and a declaration. First, I apologize that this isn't going to be a fun read. Heaven knows we could use something lighthearted, but this won't be it. Well, that was your choice. The VC dunk below is pretty awesome, though. Okay. Second, the declaration. I'm not an epidemiologist, and neither, I assume, are you. If you are, get in touch. Oh, do I have questions for you? Bear that in mind as I offer a bit of nervous speculation. Oh, I am so looking forward to this. Put simply, things aren't looking great for fall sports. We're still very much in the midst of a panic that has taken more than 120,000 American lives. Yes, indeed, yes. The panic has taken lives. Yes, it has. Not that many, a shit ton of people have died because they were old or because they had some other disease or because they committed suicide, happened to have COVID in their system, or because they were in an accident and happened to have COVID in their system. I would be very interested in the actual number of people who had COVID in their system and literally did die because they had COVID in their system. The economic devastation is vast and unrelenting. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, that's what panic will do. Cases are spiking upward in many states, and hospital beds are filling back up again. And it's probably good for the hospitals because those poor hospitals were struggling. And the ripple effect is swamping hopes across most sports. Colleges across the country have reported outbreaks within days of reopening football training facilities. Yet, you know what happens when athletes and, everybody else has this disease for a couple of weeks and then gets over it? They don't get it again. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been any recorded case of it reoccurring when it was actually truly, when it had truly run its course and was done. That's what the antibodies are for. So that's the whole concept of herd immunity, which Sweden has. Yes, I'm calling on a European country as an example, but they are actually working on, successfully, they've been working on achieving herd immunity, and I'm pretty sure it's working. And that's what we should be doing, and that's what we are on our way to. Just can't let fear cripple us again. A rash of positive test results resulted in 2 of the world's top 5 golfers withdrawing from this week's Travelers Championship, and we thought golf was potentially the safest social distance sport. Notice how it's still going on. It's just the 2 that are out, but the sport itself is still happening, right? And I seriously doubt that those golfers got it on the links. A rash of positive tests. There's also a rash of testing. Just putting that out there too. The monumental spike in cases in Florida is making the NBA's Orlando bubble idea seem dangerous at best, catastrophic at worst. We should have had chickenpox parties. Only for this. Because I bet the people who are least at risk from the disease are the athletes. Because healthy people don't die from it. Major League Baseball shuttered all of its spring training facilities after a wave of positive tests. The NFL canceled its Hall of Fame game, oh, I know, and postponed its planned induction ceremony to 2021. Jeez. Pretty much the only sport running without COVID-19 issues right now is NASCAR, and, well, they've got other matters on their minds. Yes, they do. Not real matters. Fake, made up, imagined matters, but other matters. Overall, very much not ideal. Nothing is trending in the right direction right now, least of all the motivation to make the kinds of changes necessary to flatten the curve. Oh, are we still talking about that? Remember that phrase? Once again. Flatten the curve. That was about saving the hospitals from overflowing, right? We did that. Hospitals were empty. Hospitals across the country were empty and struggling because they had shut down all non-essential procedures, even though many of the things that they stopped doing were essential for a lot of people. And I recall there was that nursing ship, an entire ship of nurses that docked in New York and was ready to help out, and they left without having to see a single patient because of us flattening the curve. Remember that? Yeah, remember that? So that was done, and that did nothing. Because people didn't seem to understand that flattening the curve meant that they weren't going to get it. That's not what that meant. It didn't mean that we're going to keep a bunch of people from getting it and we're going to keep a bunch of people from dying. It just meant we're going to spread it out so that it takes a lot longer for everybody to get it and for the people who are going to die to die. That's what that meant. And now we are in the slow aftermath of that. Long drawn out. That was a terrible idea. Yes, athletes are among the groups at lowest risk of complications from COVID-19, but as always, there's also the question of where even healthy carriers might spread the disease. Yeah. Let's make more antibodies. Wouldn't that be great? Then we wouldn't have to worry about it. Look, we could get this back under control. We could stem the flare-ups. We could be on track for some version of fall sports. But it's going to require a renewed commitment from everyone. We're going to have to do what those epidemiologists, which again are not us, recommend, like social distancing, wearing masks, washing hands, and generally being just slightly smarter than college students cutting loose on spring break. The wearing masks thing is dubious. Because if you're healthy and you cover your face up all the time while you're out in public, you're more at risk of contracting flu-like diseases. I want sports back. You want sports back. Right now, though, COVID-19 has surged back out to a 3-touchdown lead on us. But believe me, I know it's possible to come back from this kind of a deficit. I am a Falcons fan, after all. Have a great weekend, friends, and stay safe. Catch you back here next week. Can we stop anthropomorphizing a disease. That would be great. Game plan. Thamel. How the college football season can be saved as cases spike. At least somebody's talking about thinking positively. Rohrbach. Sadly, it's now time to cancel the 2019-20 NBA season. Okay. Eisenberg/Busby. NASCAR still has a long road to equality. Are you fucking kidding me? What do you want? Do you want the other drivers to let him win? The kicker. Thanks, Vince. In honor of Vince Carter's retirement, one more look at the greatest dunk of all time. VC skying over 7'2" Frederick Weiss. Wow. And the 2000 Olympics. We'd still be celebrating if we'd done that. Boom. Cool. That's it for today. Thanks a lot, Yahoo Sports. Goodbye.